Welcome to Delving the Deep Dark. I'm Jay Allen Riker, bringing a new game to you today, Halls of Torment. It is a survivors-like in the art style of a pixely Diablo, so an early, Diablo 1 or 2. I've been playing Diablo 1 on a PS1 emulator. So I have not played this yet. This is my first initial impressions. I'm playing with a controller, but it does not fully support controller, it says. And I'm not sure if that's so. That to me makes it's not like I think it'll be a big issue, except it makes me think, okay, they don't think this is going to be the best way to play. So it looks like we start out with the swordsman. The fact that you choose a hero probably means that's something you unlock. And I've been really hooked on Vampire Survivors, so I've been playing it to death, which says to me, find an alternative before... Okay, it looks like we're going here. I was just mashing the button. Okay, so you do have to actually attack in this. So it's a lot more just twin stick at the moment. I'm sure it becomes some sort of bullet heaven before long. Right now it feels just very twin stick. Okay, so we have plus attack speed, plus pickup range, plus range. Pickup range right now would be good because I need to get that leveling. Maybe that's a weird choice, but right now I'm finding the monsters are really funneling me where they want me to go. I wonder, okay, what happens when you hit... Let's see. Applies to the main character and all abilities. Sorry, just checking to make sure with what is being captured on the screen. Increases any damage done by direct attack, does not increase indirect attack. So that's strength. Swift feet, increase movement speed, which seems like it's going to be important in this more than Vampire Survivors, where you've got a lot of attacks that attack 360. I find that in Vampire Survivors, a lot of times I don't care that much about how fast I move because I'm not running away. I'm like inching away to let my area of effect attacks. Increases this area of effect or the angle of an attack cone. Does not affect the range within that cone. I think increase how far away melee attack can hit or how far projectiles can fly. I'm going to do strength. Get a little more damage in. Okay, so I'm seeing two currencies. Gold and experience. Experience, I'm sure, is just for in session, like Vampire Survivors, whereas the gold, I'm assuming, can buy some perks in between. That gets that whole rogue light feeling. So you might remember that. Okay, let's see. Plus 2 block strength. We go with range. I don't know what blocking is right now. Ooh, I was going to say I chose a poor path through there. I love the art. I love the music. You know what? I'm ignoring the fact that there is an indicator on the screen of what direction I could be traveling in. Should I just turn and run for it? Crit bonus. Especially fighting backwards, I'm finding that increased collection rate or range is working for me. Okay, so we're getting our first enemy upgrade to some blobs. Okay. You might remember I played Sulfur, if you've been watching. Was the last thing I played, not Doom, surprisingly. This plays really well with the analog stick. I find that I really actually approach the analog stick for the movement in these games. I was playing a lot of Vampire Survivor on my phone, and I was playing with a digital controller that only had the crosshairs, which is, you know, like the WASD controls. Oh my goodness. Level 5? What? And when I switched to a controller, and you know, I was having plenty of fun, but when I switched to a controller with an analog stick, I really felt the difference. Like, really felt it. To the point where it's hard to go back, even though my one just has the digital as much. More portable. Another boss man. Must have hit him with a crit, or he came pre-damaged. Okay, it's time to watch my health. Now I'm wishing I had that movement speed. I love the style of this. So anyway, the controller gives you, you know, a little finer directional when you're weaving through those groups of enemies. The other thing I found was that it was really useful when you're kiting enemies to be able to, and I just always use for movement, I just use the analog stick at full tilt. Right. Oh, that's the same boss. That's why he was hurt. I just use it at full speed all the time. That's the way I always play. Analog triggers, you gotta be kidding me. I've never used anything but a full trigger depression. Wait a minute, did I pass? I went past it talking and not paying attention. Oh, plus 10% regeneration and plus 10%. But when you're kiting enemies, I found that, first of all, the stress level's low enough that my hands aren't freaking out, so I'm not just mashing. And I was really utilizing the variable speed that I could walk with using the analog stick to perfectly time kiting them into my area of effect while avoiding the damage, you know? So if you're running as fast as you can, then you're having to stop and start. If you're trying to, when you're, you know, trying to like, kill a boss or something. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is how you get the new powers. That's great. So both of these are random. I typically don't go for random. Lightning strikes and phantom needles. Okay, so right now, because I don't want the random, I'm going to try to go on with this. That is a lot farther away from me than I was expecting. It is pretty much at the end of my range for my melee attack. Okay, I'm really liking this game. Sulfur, I gotta tell you, my initial impression, and I've heard that you gotta give it a little time, and I will. My initial impression wasn't great, and I know exactly what it is. You're so underpowered. You're always starting with the, oh, come on. Let me finish the one boss first, please. mean, it seems like you gotta go for the one that gives you a twofer. That gun, that initial gun that you get, is so inaccurate. It's just brutally inaccurate. And so, like, you're low on bullets, you're just getting wailed on, or you're losing everything when you die, and then the gun that you're always starting with, okay, where did I kill that guy? Yeah, give me my reward. Okay. Now I can concentrate on this guy. This boss is pretty tough. This is definitely not as idle as Vampire Survivors, which I'd read, so I was prepared for that. Whoa, what did I get back there? Yeah, okay. Arcane Splinters. Shoots short-range projectiles in a vertical spread pattern. So I think it makes a wall that they have to walk through. Yeah, I don't like that. I shouldn't have gone for that. Okay, I'm only seeing one thing to walk towards, and it is 1,000 steps away. We'll see if I make it. I'm trying to see if there are any treasures that heal. I don't know. I haven't seen any yet. Give me a nice roast chicken. Okay, I think those arcane splinters are actually doing a pretty good job. It's just one thing I don't like is that they're killing a bunch of guys that are then left so far away that I can't go back and pick up the experience. And I think because I'm not picking up the experience that the difficulty is probably increasing faster than my ability is increasing. 10 base block strength. That's pretty good. But you know what? Best defense is a good offense. If you kill them, ooh, got that long range. 20% is not. I don't know if I'm gonna go for that. Ooh, I need to heal. I'm getting hurt by those blasts. I gotta pay. The bullet the bullet heaven is not just a heaven. I'm getting absolutely messed up. Trying to go back and pick up some of my own experience that I've been dropping. Not collecting. Okay, I need some better defense or I'm not going to survive. That fire really did a number on him last time. Not fast enough. Oof. That hits so hard. plus health. It'd be nice to have extra 50 health right now, but I don't know. I hope this isn't too frustrating to watch me meander about. I don't know if I'm very good at optimally pathing. Well, in Vampire Survivors, you know, a lot of times it doesn't really matter. So, that helps. Okay, let's increase that pickup range. See if we can level faster. It's definitely better to invest in that stuff early rather than late, you know. I found that, like if I'm going to take a XP increase sort of ability, okay, give me that. Nice way to cheese. Okay, so a little more Elder Scrolls. I never played an Elder Scrolls video game, but I've played the board game and it has a lot of cheese in it. Okay, I am actually going to increase my movement speed. It matters a lot more in this, is what it feels like. I'm really doing some bobbing and weaving here. I don't think I'm getting nearly enough of so right now I should check the controls. Oh, there's an auto-aim key. Ooh, gosh. Came out of the menu to get absolutely whomped. Woo! That was so close. These guys are fast. They are funneling me. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to increase my movement speed. These guys are fast. You know, 5 health does not feel like very much. The 5 health that you pick up from, or that you get from eating a nice wheel of cheese does not feel like a lot. Come on, guys. There we go. I wanted to hit that boss to run through the flames. Oh no, they're doing their own little deadly area denial attacks. %10% area, 10% range. That's tempting, but I really need, I think, to increase my blocking ability if I'm gonna hope to survive for another a little bit. Oh, what? I just beat his armor off of him? Okay. I don't... Okay, I need that ability. I need that ability. I'm gonna die. Okay, let's heal. Okay. Oh! Oh, man. I was so close to breaking out of that cluster. Okay. Well. This game's fun. It is fun how you feel a little bit more active because you're holding the trigger button. Okay, so we have an archer now. We'll give the archer a try. Okay, so we can increase some traits permanently. With that shrine, this quests, let's see. So I completed that quest. That's it. Until there are only 14 minutes left. Defeat the Imp Chieftain. I completed that one. Okay, Cavern Dominator. Kill 5,000 enemies in one run. Okay, we got some room to grow there. Since last time it was like 1,500. Okay, and we unlocked another stage. I'm gonna try the original one, since oh darn it, I meant to go buy an upgrade. I thought that you just selected that and then you walked through the door. Well, now I know. You know, this doesn't feel, and I guess it's similar to, a little bit similar to Diablo. This doesn't feel that much different from your melee guy because of how far the melee attack goes. Okay, I gotta find the right balance between cycling back to get the experience that's been dropped and moving towards new abilities. Because while the stat increases are definitely nice, stacking up new abilities is like, you know, that's like increasing your attack by 100% or whatever for your first one. Eventually, stats that power up everything start to trade off higher than, you know, just picking up a new level 1 ability, but yeah, this is really cool because it's way more active than Vampire Survivors, which is very idler to the point where I start to fall asleep when I'm playing it if the room is dim. Like, even at my, if I'm on break at my job, it'll start to make me doze off. Which is cool. I'm not saying that that's necessarily bad. Crit bonus and crit chance. Okay, I want to increase my crit chance first. Get that crit chance way up there. the aesthetic of this is so sweet. I don't know if I'm going to go back to playing Diablo 1 on the PS1 because like this is scratching a lot of the same itch but way more modern. I need to see how well this streams. What happened? I've been streaming from my PC to my phone, and it seems like it's not twitchy enough, so twitchy that it'll cause problem streaming is my first impression. Nobody's even gonna step in that before it runs out. Yeah, great. Oof. Good thing is you can kite enemies from farther away. I'm usually really not about the action RPGs that take this perspective like Diablo. It's just not my... I like the dungeons to feel confining, and I don't feel that when it's all overhead. It feels way more open. Oh, come on. Okay, now I know that I'm... Yeah, this is working a lot better for me than my other weapon, especially because I can hit from so far away that I don't think that I have that aspect covered a little bit better. Okay, let's see. Attack speed and movement speed. I could definitely use some more health, though. Once again, in that situation with two bosses. Love that. Like, this is feeling quite a bit easier than my last run. I don't know if it can all be attributed to the archer. I think also, yes. I think also starting out with the needle instead, which of course is part of the learning process. Need to get my defense up. For show. I don't know what I picked up that's doing the whole magnet thing. But I'm not complaining. Ooh, gotta get my way to that. Okay, throws alternating blades left and right. Like boomerangs, they pass you and fly off screen. Do I do that, or do I do lightning strikes? I'm gonna go with this. I don't know if the whole left-right thing is gonna... Right now, they're swarming me. So right now, that whole left-right thing is definitely paying off. But I guess that'll kind of let me run through and collect my XP easier. Ooh, I need some armor. I need some... Okay, there we go. I'm dodging my own boomerangs, saw blades. Like, they're throwing me off. They should be, I think that they should probably be a more neon color. challenging my own best defense is a good offense theory on this run. Okay, now I feel a little bit like I'm mowing through, but they're actually, I say that and then immediately they start forcing me in the out of the path that I'm trying to travel in. I might, like, I wanted speed, but I just think if I don't ever upgrade my damage, I'm going to be real sorry. Then again, those monsters are going to show up that are blazingly, that are so much faster than these trudging zombies, and then I'm going to wish I had that speed. Bye bye. Oh. Oh, great. There's boss man. Come on, catch yourself on fire. Whoa. The other survivor like I tried was Archons, and I'm going to tell you, that game has a lot of cool stuff. You control two guys with twin sticks. A lot of cool stuff. All the enemies are bugs, and it just kills it for me, which, I don't know, it almost seems like that's shallow, but it really makes a big difference to me. Like, I don't want to be fighting a bunch of bugs. I don't feel cool. Ooh, that knocked me down. A bunch. Give me some cheese. Being able to see the area of attack is very... Archons has that a lot, and it gets really frantic. That's a very difficult game, very high skill-based survivors game, so it's kind of too bad that... Crit chance! I probably should have gone for movement. Trying to get that crit chance way up there, though. These guys are giving me gold. Okay, let's see. We'll get the healing up. A lot of these guys are all gold, no XP. One interesting thing the Vampire Survivor did that it's copied, but I don't know if it's as noticeable to the player, is the way that the game, having to pick up your XP, changes the game. It'd be very different if you got your XP regardless of whether or not you passed close to where the enemy died. And it also changes a lot of weapons that can be very powerful, like lightning. So powerful. But you don't pick up but half of your... You don't pick up but half of your XP and whatnot when you're killing them from all the way across the screen. So it can keep guys off of you, but those are then enemies that you're not going to level up from. Oh, I hate those guys. I want to stop and kill them. Once again, started dodging my own chainsaw boomerangs, or buzzsaw boomerangs. just enough of an increase of rate of fire that you can feel it, which I think is important. When you're just getting a percentage, it's important that you can feel the difference, or it's unsatisfying. Yeah. Yeah, like I feel faster, distinctly faster. Okay, now what is that? Oh, is that just a magnet that I walked all the way across the screen to get? I don't think there's anything on screen anymore. Oh, I forgot about that. Dude's a jerk. His life bar is really just his armor. Not cool. Okay. Those orbs, I would need to see them powered up before I wanted to go with them again. We got a good high crit chance now. Let's start getting that crit damage up. Maybe I should have done hand speed. My hand speed is really low. My attack speed. I imagine you could just go with attack speed and just mow down. Mow fools down. Yeah, let's get something's attack speed higher at least. Okay, well there they are. I think I'm in a much better position this time than I was last time, facing these fools. These clay dogs. Harryhausen creatures. Okay, yep, let's do that. Let's do that. What's that? I don't know what that pink gem was. Maybe it's just a really high density XP. Oh, those aren't gold. I'm such a doofus. Those aren't gold. You probably picked up on this and I'm now telling you something you don't. That's a different quantity of a multiple of the XP, the blue XP. I don't think gold is the right color to make them, but they are different shaped than the coins. They're much bigger. I'm like, how am I leveling up so quickly when I don't seem to be picking up any? I'm a goofus. Interesting. There are 3 defensive ones. I'm not feeling defensive at the moment. I shouldn't say anything like that. I'm not going to explain why. So I don't fully curse myself. I love the art in Vampire Survivors. I love the Castlevania feel. I'm loving the art here too. In Archons, I really did like the hero, your character art. They look really weird and alien, like some kind of weird alien angels. But the style was too smooth for the insects, and they're insects, so you're kind of like, uh-oh. I don't like that move at all. Okay, not going too bad, not going too bad. Let's try to get back, double back and get some of that XP. Plus 5 meters a second base movement speed. Why are there 2 of these? I mean, it seems like this is the one, right? Uh-oh. Oh, he funneled me right into a very bad situation. Yeah, make sure I'm staying close enough to damage him, though, which is getting more and more difficult. I don't know what force is. I should maybe be upgrading that. It seems like a magic thing. But, I don't know. Probably does something if it's there. Okay, defeated the Skeleton Lord. Base damage, base defense and movement. Crit bonus. This is really tough. I don't know which of these. I don't typically, you know what? I almost never pay any attention to crits, but it feels very powerful in this game. I don't know if I should still be in the collection phase. I don't see a timer. There, it sounds like there is a timer because it talks about only 30 minutes left. Oh, I see it over there. Okay, there's only... Shoot, I should have gone for that quest, maybe. I'm about to hit that. It looks like there's 14 and a half minutes left. This is interesting. The balance here is interesting. It's much more active than Vampire Survivor in that you don't just build up a ring of abilities that keep you completely safe. and then just watch to see how quickly, if it's able to destroy everyone before they push all the way through your ring to you, your area effect. I just tried to dodge my buzzsaw again. So it's way more active, but it's not as skill-based and demoralizing as Archons. Like, Archons is tough. The weapons are very hard to use. They're very skill-based. With a really high skill threshold. So this actually kind of strikes a nice midpoint. Should I get this? Okay. Applies to main character. Improves different parameters depending on the weapon's skill ability. Check the stats to learn which are affected by force. Okay, let's look at our stats. This is cool that you can see the... Okay, so piercing is the one that's... Oh, that would be really good to have high force then. That would... Piercing how many enemies that your projectiles pass through makes a big difference. In these games with such high enemy density. Okay, yeah, let's go for piercing. Kind of late in the game, huh? It's cool how in those skeletons, if you watch them, they drop their shields and then you shoot them again and then they die. I did not appreciate it when the boss did it. That was not cool. Okay, crit chance, range. I don't know if we should flatten everything out by getting just a little bit of everything, but... Like, is the range? Yeah, because the range doesn't currently reach all the way across the board if done at a diagonal. It reaches all the way across the board if done in a cardinal direction. You get no widescreen advantage here. You know, being able to see and then use range to hit enemies from much farther off. Quite an advantage. I don't know if you noticed, but it's blocked in quite tight. Feels like a Diablo aspect ratio. It'd be kind of cool, though, if it continued to at least sometimes give you more things to go collect. I think that even though it shows us a number of arrows, I don't think that matters. I think that as long as they're within the cone. Ooh, that guy's so much nastier. That guy's so much nastier. He's a boss, yeah. What is this? Okay, well, I thought maybe it allowed me to do damage by running into guys. If it does, it also damages me. Let's get that. Let's get that piercing up. Oh, this is moving so much faster. I'm really wishing I had regeneration higher. It seems like I'm critting all the time. I don't know if I actually... But then it doesn't make any sense because my ability isn't that high. Okay, let's see. Oh, we'll go with the orbs. I don't love the orbs, but maybe we can test to see if... okay, so I got my quest. I killed 5,000 enemies in one run. Maybe we can power up the orbs into something more viable. Do I increase health? I would increase regeneration over increasing health. It's interesting because my instinct is to not run forward. It's to run backwards, which I think is more dangerous because you're not doing much damage that in any direction but forward. It's been working out okay for me, but it's a little bit weird. Like I'm trying to kite, but these groups are so tight. I don't know about that or what range means for these orbs. I don't want them any further from me. Like, I want them to protect me. You know? Speed is good, because it makes them more of a solid wall. That was bad. These guys are closing it are way too fast. I was just playing a bunch of Vampire Survivors yesterday. Maybe I need to start running forward. Ugh. When you get to guys too fast. You know. Okay. Ugh. These guys are mashing me. Okay, oh, these guys are slower, but much tougher. Okay, let's increase that movement speed. Oh shoot, that's a big looking boss. That's a big nasty looking boss. Can make a necromancer. Raising up armies of pink skeletons. Oh, that's so cool though. It funnels the way that it funnels you about. It doesn't mean I like it, but it is really neat. I really wish I had some regeneration. I don't think I've been offered regeneration options recently. Whoa! That was 2 waves of skeletons. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this can help me survive for a minute. Or 7. If I can survive for 7 minutes and complete a run, I'd be pretty proud. Oh, those slimes break up. I love the sound. It's like a combination of a liquid and or a coin falling into a jar, where the more you pick up, like the higher pitched it gets. That's perfect. It kind of gives you an auditory way of tracking like how close you are to leveling up. There's a boss that's going to come soon, I know it. Okay, gotta get that piercing, especially when facing bunches and bunches of weaker enemies. Oof. Need to stay moving. Sometimes I want to stand still and focus fire. You can focus fire, but you gotta be wiggling at least. Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! Okay, I need to start focusing on offense again. The area on those lightning strikes is what is a beautiful thing. I want to see what the orbs look like powered up. Probably not going to happen in the next 4 minutes, but next game we'll spend. Maybe get them a little earlier. Depending, you know, the options open up with every new run when you're just starting out, so. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm loving the piercing. One thing it does is it does allow you to fight more forward, because you're running into a bunch of enemies who are kind of dissolving as a wall instead of you just dropping the front rank. 0.05 base crit chance for the orbs. That is not much. I don't know if I need any more piercing than this. Ooh-wee. Man, there's been a lot of warfare done around here. I don't know if that's all stuff for me running past or if the lightning is doing a bunch of that. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone with the crit bonus, but I like the increased area of effect of the lightning. I like the whole screen just being filled with lightning strikes. Ooh. They're clipping me. I do not like the green slimes. For the moment, I emphasize for the moment, my defenses were holding. I'm gonna say that I just passed that though. Okay, I'm starting to, the damage is starting to actually creep up. I was getting clipped a lot, but my health was staying at a steady level. Oh gosh. I ran to get that cheese. That could have been the death of me. To try to get... Oh man. That was awesome. Okay, let's see. Movement speed? Yeah, let's do it. I like that. Uh-oh. We've hit 0. This is the boss. Now we see how our build holds up. Oh man. He's got a lot of health. Ooh, that is fast. That is way too fast. Ah. Now I'm wishing I had a little bit more range. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Definitely more regeneration. Oh. No. Oh. Darn it. Well, it's cool to have made it to all the way to the boss. Okay, so now we have a cleric. Okay, we've been playing for an hour. That's probably good. I want to try out the cleric, and I want to increase some abilities. So there's the well, doesn't seem to be. Those are two things. Ooh, credits, okay. Okay, so movement speed is 600 per, well, for the first. I'm sure it goes up. Health capacity, defense. Attack speed's 1,000. Attack range. Pickup range. That's probably a good value. That is probably a good value. Let's get a little movement speed. Oh, look how fast that goes up. Went from 400 to 1,800. Let's see, defense. Definitely is designed to make you want to spread around your money. That pickup range is going to pay off. Okay. All right. Should we check out the next zone? All right, let's check out the next zone. Ooh, that is not a very far range. What is going on? I'm holding the trigger. What? What is the... I don't understand why they get hit once and then it puts those crucifixes, I guess, it's above them, or like some of them seem to get shields above them. I need to be moving faster. I feel like I'm creeping after the last game. That regeneration going. Okay, so we were walking in the wrong direction. I forgot to be looking out for the off-screen indicators. What? Oh, I think my controller's messing up. Okay, is this what?
Praise the gods! Another mortal soul!
I don't know what he said. I was hoping it would, if I hit that button, it would.
Someone there?
Yeah, tell me what you want me to do.
Help me!
Jeez.
Help me!
Oh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Did not do as well there. Okay, well now I want to play again. The hit, the cleric's hit was so much lower. I don't know what his compensating, his or her compensating ability was, but like it took 2 damage to knock over. Why is he not shooting? Okay, that was not just part of the scenery. That rock will block you in, hem you in, and kill you. Yeah, this archer moves so much faster and hits so much harder. Okay, let's go, I guess, find out what that guy's quest is. When you're having to weave around, like in Vampire Survivor, a lot of times I didn't want the... Ah! I did it again! I was hitting the button to interact and it was auto-interacting. So what I actually did... Gosh darn it. That makes me want to quit and start over. Okay, it's going to auto-interact. Let's try the swordsman. Maybe focus on increasing the range of his attack. I actually don't think he does any more damage.
Hello? Praise the gods! Another mortal soul! I beg of you, release me from this wretched cage. The key must be somewhere nearby.
That's it. Okay. And that book is not here. Whatever that was. Why can't I not kill anything? That might have been hubris on my part. I maybe should have gotten my regeneration going. You know what? All the other attacks happen. Oh, auto aim. No, I don't want auto aim. Well, how I got that on. Oh, the key is only 125 in that direction. Pay more attention. Hit 25 enemies with a single attack, and I haven't upgraded anything. That's funny. Those long fingers. The increased pickup helps so much at the beginning. It's so hard to say, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is increase my ability to gain XP. But it pays off so much more when you do it early. Let's get that key. Yes, Quine. So now that I set it to auto attack, I don't have to worry about it not responding to my input. Now what is this? Okay.
Gouged from its lithic corpus, the Ember Eye was passed through many burning hands. Now, it's resting on an obsidian slab, gazing at the crumbled body it once inhabited. To release its power against the Lord of Regret, one must bring it back and subdue it in battle.
Okay, the Ember Eye is on an obsidian slab. I'll have to bring it back and then subdue it in battle. Okay, good to know. All normal stuff. Burn. He didn't walk through it. Whoa. Where's the key? My guy. Yeah. Oh, I should have gone for the higher damage with just the main weapon, since I haven't managed to make my way over to actually picking up another attack. I gotta get on that. Why is... Didn't I get the key? Why is it not on there? If... Oh my god, those guys can tear you apart if you... If they're so close to your movement speed that they just stick with you and keep doing damage. It needs to be debounced a little or something. Okay, let's get that movement speed up so that doesn't happen. as often, at least. Die, come on, die. Oh, that's the key. Bro, you better have been worth it. I'm now running the opposite direction of an ability to save this guy. I don't like those magma slimes.
You're back! Please, free me from this accursed place. Quick, the shadows are
Oh,
closing
so this
in.
will open up that well. I don't know what that does, but... several good options here. I gotta get my movement speed up. Okay, so that is a guy that we only have to free once. So our run this time is gonna suck because we haven't been able to pick anything up. But, we don't have to do it again. I'm, if I'm understanding correctly. I had on the auto aim accidentally. That probably only worked when you weren't putting in a counter. Because I didn't feel like, I felt like it was attacking in the direction that I was telling it to the whole time. So my guess is it only worked when there was no input. I'll have to look into that. Okay, I like the lightning strikes. Ugh. I cannot. It's funny, I'm having a hard time putting this game down. I need to not play it for the next 24 minutes. But we'll see, you know. I could... That's once again some hubris on my part. Especially given how little advancement I've made so far. And how low my health currently is. That guy is a jerk. Ah! Yeah, okay, so it wasn't a problem. I did not have to play for another 25 minutes. Alright, so we're going to stop it here. This game's awesome. I love this. I want to see how it streams to my phone. See if I can play this on the couch. You do some quick step-ins. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is definitely a winner. I highly recommend Halls of Torment if you are a fan of Survivors games. If you're not, I don't know if it's gonna add enough. It adds more involvement. I don't see myself falling asleep while playing this because of how much the directions matter. but and like weaving, how much weaving you have to do because you have so much less, so many fewer abilities that do damage directly on your person in an area of effect where you're at the center of it. So maybe if you're thinking, oh, I could like a Survivors like, but it's just not. Vampire Survivors just wasn't interactive enough for me. This could work for you, and if you like Vampire Survivors, and it's not just idler, semi idler for you, then I'd also highly suggest Hulls of Torment. Anyway, probably stream this again at some point, but probably not immediately. Either gonna go do some more dungeon crawler demos, or still have to finish Doom. Alien Vendetta, which is a lot of fun, so I'm not sad that I have to finish it. Okay, well, I will see you guys later.